Alrighty then. Good morning. Hello. Greetings and salutations, one and all. My name is Michael. I'm the Dentalsy Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne. What is that? Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne? But isn't Curse of the Crimson Throne a 1st Edition adventure? Why, thank you, small child. Now, yes, Curse of the Crimson Throne is indeed a 1st Edition Pathfinder adventure, but we, for the sake of expedience and just keeping relevant, we are converting Curse of the Crimson Throne into a 2nd Edition adventure, slowly but goddamn surely. And joining me today on this epic quest is none other than my delightful Patreons who serve the channel by being here and entertaining the masses with their ingenuitive characters, their fantastic stories, and their rotating roster of newly killed characters. Marcus. Hi. Guys, say hello to the daggers in chat. Woo! All right. Now, for those of you who don't know what we're doing, it is a TTRPG, a tabletop role-playing game in which these lovely heroes take on the role of the protagonists within the story, while I, the titular game master, take on the role of the antagonists, the allies, arbitrate the rules, come up with a narrative, decide the consequences of their actions, yeah, so on and so forth. All the things, all the cool things, and that is what's there. That's what we do. Oh, nobody can hear the players? Oh, hold on. I don't have you guys running through the same thing. Give me 2 seconds. All right, everyone, give me a quick howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Howdy doody.
Hi.
There we go. Can everyone hear them now? Now they're running through the actual OBS thing and not out my headphones. Be shocked they are. Yay. Okay, people are being heard. Sweet. Thank you. Now, before we start today's game, of course, we have some people to thank. Let us start with none other than the wonderful and amazing people who sponsor the show and help us keep the lights on here at the Dead Aussie Game. Really? Schoolyard, stop. That's mean. Okay. So without any sponsors, here we go. Hero Forge for the wonderful artworks you can see on screen here, including of course the animated voice minis belonging to some of my players, are all made using an amazing bespoke 3D model making software that I use to make my own 3D models. Not only can I have the STLs so that I can print them at home, but I can also have them custom printed by the company and sent to me not only in premium plastic, but 3D printed as well as a 2D standee. Now, I gotta say this. First of all, the 2D standees are some of my favorite because not only do they have the highest applicable detail to the images you see on Hero Forge, but there's actually both the front and the back printed on the 2D standee. So I do really like that. And also, for those of you who are interested, Hero Forge are going to be at Gen Con, and to boot, there are a few delays in the physical distribution, though I think last I checked that might be over, but I'm just saying it out of caution. Let me just double check real quick, because I don't want to give you guys a bum stare. But yeah, Hero Forge honestly is one of the ways that I so easily connect to, and yeah, no, physical minis are still on a delay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's one of the ways that I spend a lot of time to try and like conceptualize characters or get a really good idea of how I want them to be. I'll usually play around with Hero Forge and make the characters myself so I can see them, and it helps a great deal. So yeah, go check out Hero Forge. Then of course we have the beautiful folks over at Sirenscape for the sound effects that we get from time to time, such as the sound of Cindermore, the giant the giant flaming worm that you can see on screen here. We have a sound effect for them. He sounds something like this. Yeah, very nice. So that is that's Cindermore. So yes, Sirenscape is an amazing sound set that allows me to immerse my players with all the latest sound effects, as well as music, ambience, battle music, and the like, and it really ups the level of immersion that I can use at my table with my players. So yeah, go check out Sirenscape. And being a Sirenscape subscriber gives you a year-long access to all of the entire library, which is huge. It's a massive library. Um, then, of course, our last sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, for our VTT of choice. Behold, look, all the pretty things. All of these pretty things come courtesy of Fantasy Grounds. Fantasy Grounds, honestly, keep a massive catalog of all of the stuff I need for Pathfinder in an easy, referenced, and very, very accessible way. I spend most of my time being able to manage, to focus on, like, the role play and the story, because I'm not worrying about the rules and the referencing, because all of it is accessible, not only to me, but to my players as well. So definitely a VTT I stand by. So yeah, go check out all of our lovely sponsors. Okay. And of course, this game would be nothing without my players. So let's now turn it over to them to tell you about them, the characters that they're playing, and their journey thus far. Padrig, played by our lovely friend Twiff, will begin our introductions.
Hey, I am playing Padrig. He is a spell shot gunslinger. Padrig is the third son of a minor noble house in Corvosa. Um, as the third son, he was going off to college to become a wizard. Unfortunately, while he was there, he was framed for murder, got kicked out of school, got disinherited, kicked to the street, got his revenge on the person who got him framed, Gadrin Lamb, with these fine fellows, and has been working with them to help the city ever since, including taking care of the Blood Veil. And off right now, we are with the Shawanti, fighting their god, apparently, as we try and get knowledge on how to defeat the evil dragon who has taken over the mind of the queen, and also dodging the assassins who are being sent after Padrig because his entire family died and he's now inherited their seat in the council.
Fantastic. And next up, we have playing the role of Holly, the Asmodean cleric, is our dear friend Malakisa.
Hey everybody. So I play Holly, who is a fairy noble that spent a lot more time reading adventure books than she did spending time with her tutors. And as a result of this, when she was told that she needed to do her duty as a noble and get married, she decided she wasn't going to do that. And so she ran away and wound up in Corvosa, and then ran into this group of people, and then found out that life really wasn't like the adventure books that she read. But she tried really hard to be a good person, and she wound up saving a bunch of orphans with her new friends and became really good friends with the orphans until the Blood Veil Plague came out, and she was forced to make a decision. Did she want to convert to a cleric of Asmodeus so she could save the orphans? Or did she want to potentially let some of the orphans die? So, as a result of that choice, she became a cleric of Asmodeus and was no longer a rogue, which was very sad. So she's sort of becoming a little bit more evil, and she's becoming a lot more aware of consequences for actions. So she's not fully thinking through all of her decisions, but she's getting a little bit better at thinking through her decisions than she was at the beginning of this game. And then that's pretty much it. But with her, as always, is her husky Penny, who she still loves with all of her heart, even if she is slowly getting a little bit evil. Penny still loves her.
I love it. All right, next on our list, playing the role of the Inquisitor Quinn, is our lovely friend Aya Genasi.
Hey there, Michael.
Hi.
As Michael notes, I play Quinn. I am a investigator and native to the city of Corvosa. Quinn is a bit of a curmudgeon, but she finds herself surprised to have this growing fondness for the members of her party, and she has begun to consider them her friends, and some of them very dear friends. We are in the Cinderlands and in bad straits. Bad things are upon us.
All the bad things. But one thing that isn't bad is, of course, our next character, which is Dante, the Kitsune Druid, played by our dear friend Raikon.
Hello, I am Raikon playing Dante the Kitsune Druid, local to the Bosun Forests, traveling with this band of Well, friends at this point, with all the crap they've gone through, except for Alexander, we still just met him. Colleague at most. We are at this point in time having to fight multitude of things. One of which is a big, large worm that he's already had to escape at one point.
I mean, fight is a is a relative. I mean, you have to just try not to get eaten. All right. Next up, playing the role of Agnes, our psychic, is our amazing friend from overseas. We have Laura Bones.
Good evening, folks. Yes, poor Agnes, who went shopping, and then this happened. But yeah, she decided she wanted to, help preserve the city that she lives in with her daughter and stuff. And now she's facing down this worm, and she's already been in her stomach once, and she has no intentions of repeating that horrible, disgusting process because she's been eaten twice now. And, no, just no. No, Dad.
No. But yes.
No.
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 But yes. Okay. And last but not least, playing the role of Alexander, the Hell Knight Order of the Gate, is our dear friend Marcus, the storyteller.
Oh, I was muted. Hello, yep, I'm Marcus, playing Alexander, the Order of the Gate Hell Knight, also a wizard. From Corvosa originally, the younger brother to Cressida Croft. Had to kind of fight for his innocence after the chief said that he was going to be disemboweled in the morning. And as they were fighting, as Alexander was fighting Trojan, the worm appeared, and so did all these other guys.
Yep.
There's a lot going on.
That is precisely
Nobody
what is happening.
respects Farfignugan anymore.
Farfignugan, the ancient and powerful Shoanti barbarian art of fighting for justice. Yeah, no one respects it. All right. Well, these lovely characters are about to embark on a story, but before we do, we have one last person to thank, and that is, of course, our audience. Hey, how you doing, audience? Thank you so much for being here and being a part of the show. We love having you guys hanging out and having a great time. And as such, we'd like to invite you into our safe space of role-playing goodness by inviting you to participate through your contributions to the channel. Now, first of all, just by watching the show and being subscribed, subscribers and non-subscribers earn channel points to aid in the going-ons of the adventure. Insight bonuses, inspiration, wandering monsters, a ton of really cool stuff is available for you guys at any given time just to be able to interact with the game as we play. Then, of course, for those of you who want to help Dag out with his monthly bills, as you can see there, we are now at the 73% mark, which is freaking killer. So thank you all for that so much. If you want to help out Dag with that, there are some donations that will have a very tangible effect on the game. Now, I'm sure that some of you have noticed there has been McClover, Schoolie, Gamate, Way. Gee, it's like, as I was about to say, some of you guys can see that we are fully freaking loaded, which means to Dag, I am just not trying hard enough, right? If every single one of my players feels no desire or need to be able to utilize now our fully stacked things, I guess I'm going to have to, try a little extra today. So yeah, be looking forward for that. But anyway,
Not yet.
We had like one round of combat so far.
No.
Did I mention that the giant worm has tyrannosaur legs and tyrannosaur arms and a tyrannosaur head? Also, maybe a tyrannosaur body.
How about no?
So
So it's not a worm then.
Wouldn't
It
that
can't
make it a
grab
Tyrannosaur?
us.
You think it's
We just need to stand still.
It's got no eyes. It's got tremor sense still. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Anyway,
Oh.
so yes. Before we get
as
on
long
there,
as you don't put tentacles on it.
so there are some donations here. Let's go through them real quick. So first of all, for $5, you can donate for one of these purple markers or one of the red markers. Currently, they are full, but I will create maybe I'll create a backlog. I will say this. You know, if people do donate, I don't want you to be ripped off or anything like that. But red marks are hero points. They can be used by my players to stave off death, petition the GM for stuff that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, make things a little more complicated, or have bad guys roll with advantage. For $10, I will draw from one of two decks in front of me, either the plot twist narration deck, which will allow me to search. Oh well, I'll draw 3 cards. You pick one, and that storytelling element goes into the game. Schooly eye. And then, of course, we have our heroic actions. If you want, that $10 can go to a heroic action for a player of your choice. For right now, however, Christina has donated a heroic action for Holly. So, Holly, pick a number between 1 to 5.
McClover also donated for everyone a heroic action.
Ah, okay. Well, there we go. Okay, so let's give everyone... Okay, let's start with Holly's first one, and then we will give one for everyone. So, Holly, pick a number.
3.
1, stay in the fight. 2, call the foe. And number 3, make way. Play at the start of your move. During your move, you must move in a straight line and may attempt for free to shove creatures out of the way to an adjacent space. Now, I'm going to say that because of your size, obviously, this is going to be a difficult one for you to utilize, but I will say that by making your move, you can move anyone you move through to an adjacent square for free with no check. So that is your heroic action.
Okay.
All right.
I'll take it.
Now, before we keep going with this, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's give a quick shout out to Raiders from GaryCon Live. GaryCon Live? What the hell, guys? Guys, please, let's give a warm welcome. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. And guess what? You will see it at Gen Con this year, traveling around with the folks over at Careful Cantrip and Dingo Doodle's team for their live play as well. I hope to see so many of you guys there. And for those of you watching in chat, I'm one of you people. You know, I can't make the trip to Gen Con all the time, so I often use GaryCon Live, Gen Con, and a whole bunch of other places just to be able to embrace it. So I was really sad that I couldn't go to GaryCon this year, but I will be at Gen Con. So, you know, if you're one of these people like myself who watch the convention live channels, good freaking on you, you know. I know that Sarah Moore, who is a frequent flyer through the GaryCon stuff as well, is also going to be at Gen Con, and a whole bunch of other people as well. So, yeah, you know, hopefully we'll see you guys there as well. So, yay! We're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition. We're just about to get started. We're just going through some donations. So just chill, relax, unwind. Enjoy yourselves. All right. Coolios, next. We're going to be giving heroic actions to everyone, courtesy of our dear friend McClover. So, Patrick, pick your number.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4. We have the Aura of Protection. Play after utilizing a spell. You surround yourself with a magic aura and gain resistance equal to the level of the spell you just cast. That will last until the end of the fight. That's pretty good.
Okay, well, the only spells I have are cantrips, but
Oh, that sucks. Well, I mean, again, you can use it as a hero
I
point.
trade with them?
You can if you'd like, but let's find out what you get. All right.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Quinn. Quinn, pick your number.
May I have 3, please?
1, 2, 3. Tumble past, misdirected attack, and hasty block. Play when you are hit by a physical attack and you happen to have a shield within reach. You may, as an immediate action, block the attack, and the shield, instead of being destroyed, lands in an adjacent space. But you don't have a shield, do you?
I'm sure I can stumble across one.
Fair. Also, don't forget, these can be used as hero points as well. Dante!
We'll go with 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, your heroic action is Opportune Distraction. Play at the start of your turn. Until the end of your turn, you will gain the benefit of greater cover, allowing you to also hide or sneak even out in the open.
I think that would be good for Patrick.
All right, well, let's swap those two around, shall we? So Aura of Protection will go to Dante, and Opportune Distraction will go to Padrig. All right, Agnes. Take number
Sorry,
two.
I was on too many mute buttons. 1, please.
1. All right, Tuck and Roll. Play after a creature hits you, fall prone, and take the minimum amount of damage able to be dealt to you.
Nice.
It's not bad, not bad. And
What's
lastly,
it called?
Alexander.
Sorry?
Pardon? It's called Tuck and Roll.
What's it called?
Tuck and Roll.
Sweet.
And I'm sorry, I didn't hear what Dante's actually does before he gave it to me.
Basically, you can gain greater cover no matter where you are as an opportune distraction hits, allowing you to take the stealth check even if you're out in the open.
Okay.
And Alexander.
I already have one.
You will get to have 2, but you need to you have to use or discard one at the end of the session.
Oh, okay. Then 3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Healing Prayer. Select yourself or an ally. They will regain at your level. What level are you guys? 11?
9.
9.
Oh, okay. 2d8 plus 16 hit points. So it is a free healing of 2d8 plus 16.
Nice.
All right. And that is everyone's heroic actions. Now, McClover, were you serious about 8 freaking plot twists?
You mean Schoolie?
Schoolie, sorry. Yep. Sorry. We just did McClover's one. But Schoolie, are we serious? Is that happening? Is that a thing? Schoolie. Schoolie, I'm looking at you, buddy. Buddy, pal. Sorry, but yes. Okay, fine. Fucking.
How are we gonna fit 8 plot twists?
I'm gonna figure it out. All right.
Or we'll just have them come over to the next session.
All right. Plot twist number 1. Yes, Holly did get a second heroic action. All right. Oh wait, no, Holly didn't. You're right. No, she didn't. Holly, give me a number between 1 to 5.
1.
1. Boom. I hope this works. You may activate an item or cast a spell, even if you cannot normally use that item or cast that spell. So if you find an item that you can't activate, you can activate it. Or alternatively, if you need a spell, then bibbity bobbity boop, you can try to just cast like a random spell from a different spell list, and you can just cast it. So there you go. Garricon Live. Sorry I didn't get to see you when I was down under last month. Oh, you were down over this ways. You should have let us know. I absolutely love getting to catch up with content creators who end up in my neck of the woods. But that's okay. I hope you enjoyed your trip. What'd you do? What'd you get up to? What did you see? I know that Winterfest was here in Perth, so they had a bunch of D&D content creators and stuff go down into the country to go to play out in the bush. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, let us know. What'd you get up to? All right. So here we go. Schoolie, you mad lad. Plot twist number 1. Best day ever. Very difficult one to do right off the bat, but let's keep it going. Plot twist number 2. Worst day ever. Nice.
Really?
Plot twist number 3. Deja vu. Plot twist number 4. Deja vu. No, it's regret. Plot twist number 5 is loss. Plot twist number 6 is phobia. Plot twist number 7 is rock in a hard place. And plot twist number 8 is greed.
Jesus.
Oh boy. Those are some combinations right there.
All right.
Do you want us to help fit some of them in for you?
Best day ever.
The best day and worst day I found
Regret.
hilarious right after each
Yeah.
other.
Worst day ever. Deja vu. Deja. No, it's not Deja. I can't keep
I
making
feel
the
like
same
I've
joke.
seen this before.
Lust. Phobia. Greed. And Rock in a Hard Place. We are going to fit all of these plot twists into today's game somehow. Somehow.
Well,
Don't know
I mean,
how.
2 of them cancel
I
out,
think
right?
we might have to go over then.
No. I'll do it. You watch me. You watch me work. Just let me cook. I'll frickin'
You need to do a plot twist every 11 minutes.
every 11 minutes. Okay. Thank you for the maths. Don't tell me the maths. No, it's fine. Okay. All right. So there we go. So we have 8 plot twists. Sydney, that's really cool. I was literally in Melbourne on Saturday, so that's really cool. So yeah. For 8 days, was there June? Oh, okay, no, I would have just missed you. Dang. I'm in Perth, so you know. Next time, rain check for sure. Okay. For $20, jeez, I can't believe we took that long to get through that. For $20, you can buy someone a golden natural 20, which of course serves as a natural 20 because sometimes you just need shit to work. So yes, everyone except for Alexander has a natural 20. It's just the reality of things. Then of course we have for $50, you can provide a magic item to a player of your choice. This magic item could definitely be a let's see. It could be like a homebrew item you create, a homebrew item I create. You could go to their wish list and be like, hey, you guys get something from your wish list. Whatever the case is, $50 will go towards a magic item. Or if you woke up and chose violence today, you can use that $50 to make an encounter more difficult. You can make things tougher, you can add more risks. You can make the terrain more difficult. There's a bunch of cool stuff that'll happen for that $50. And lastly, for the $100 secret menu item, you know what? Fuck it. Saving our players' agency for the game. If we have the $100 secret menu item, I will not only stat Agnes's ex-boyfriend who lives in the Shawanti village, but they will then join the party as a NPC that you will get to design. So apart from being a Shawanti, so that means he's human, you get to design what's his class, what is his speciality, what does he do. Right now he's got some psychic abilities he's learned from Agnes, so there will be, he will have some psychic powers, but you get to decide what class he is, and yeah, basically that's it. We'll include Agnes's ex-boyfriend into the group. He will join. And there we go. Are you remembering the points redeemed? That has happened as well. I have not, Schooly Eye. I believe somebody did a inside bonus. So we had Adam Thor do the inside bonus. Inside bonus here. Try to give Cinder more space because he is currently not distinguishing anyone as a target, just going for the nearest target. You can easily lure him around. Let's see who else. Wandering NPC from Schooly Eye, bankrolling one of the X's for OG. So we have another X. Let's see. Okay, so another X partner. Agnes, do you want a second X who lives in town? A rival?
What kind of a floozy do you think Agnes was? She's a good girl.
Hey, look, we were all kids. We all did stuff,
I'm pretty sure OG has her eye on Dante for this one.
Oh, an X for Dante. Oh, okay. Well, okay, I'm gonna propose something because that's more backstory stuff. What about instead of an X, we're looking at potentially a prospective new budding romance for our dear friend Dante? Would that interest you more? And this question is for Schooly Eye. Schooly Eye and OG, because I mean, that's the thing. That works? Okay, we happy with that? Okay. Fuck, I never thought I'd have to run a game of Pathfinder. Oops, all X's. Jesus. All right, so.
You allow it to happen.
I do. I invite this. This chaos is my fault. Okay.
There's gonna be more of them. You realize this, right?
Yeah, probably. All right. Now, without any further ado, let us now return to our adventure. In the heart of the lands known as the Cinderlands lies the people known as the Shawanti, an ancient tribe of humans that came across from the deep oceans when the Aslanti were cast out of their homelands. Enslaved by the Thrall Keepers, otherwise known as the Thessalonians, the Shawanti eventually broke free of their captivity and made peace with the land and their new ways as nomadic tribes living in harmony with nature. Their history is long and filled with stories and tales, some too spectacular to even be believed. One includes a battle against a great and powerful draconic foe known as Khazavron. Our heroes, who hail from the city of Corvosa, are currently battling against an evil queen who has fallen under the influence of Khazavron's long since dead soul. The dragon's power has seeped into the queen, causing her to not only go mad, but behave in a way of a tyrannical despot, causing her people to suffer greatly at her hands. Thanks to the aid of Neolandus, the former seneschal, and Vencalo Osiriani, who is, of course, the swordmaster who bequeathed Quinn the role of the vigilante Blackjack. Our heroes have been tasked with speaking to the Shawanti and trying to find out if there is a way to defeat Khazavron's spirit and exorcise it from the crown of fangs that now sits nestled on the brow of the queen. But before doing that, the Shawanti forced our heroes to undertake a series of trials to make sure that they are no longer Tashmek, outsiders unworthy of the tales and knowledges bequeathed to those of the tribe. With the exception of Alexander, who joined the party after the death of Mercutio, their former knight, everyone was indeed accepted into the Shawanti tribe. But Alexander, being a member of the Hell Knight Order, one who is an enemy of the Shawanti, was poised for execution. But before he was able to be eviscerated by the chieftains of the tribe, Alexander called for Flugenhorn Schmarkenfahrt, whatever we called it. Farfignugan, that's it, thank you. The Farfignugan, which of course was a battle for justice, where Alexander got to fight for his life in a battle to death, along with Krojan, the primary hunter of the tribe. But their battle was interrupted by the arrival of strange, winged, stony creatures that descended and began to attack the village. And nestled in the chaos were a group of red mantis assassins. Their purpose, their goals, still yet to be determined. But the battle has begun. Tents are ablaze. People are shouting and panicking. And the ground has torn asunder. And from within, the giant worm, a god to the people of the Shawanti tribe known as Cindermore, has risen out of the ground. Its searing hot flesh sending waves of scalding air in all directions as it roars. Oops. Ignore that. There we go. As it roars into the sky, crying out in a deadly howl. And it is here our adventure picks up, as we are going to reinstigate an initiative round. Yeah. All right. Quinn, you are up first, followed by Dante, then Alexander, then Cindermore, then Padrick, then the Shawanti tribes people, Holly, Krojan, Agnes, the Red Mantis assassin, the Gargoyles, and then Agnes's ex-boyfriend. All right. Quinn, you're up first.
I'm going to double dash to get me to about here.
All right.
I see the worm, and I'm gonna keep moving. And that is an inauspicious spot. I'll move to here, and I'm going to take aim at gargoyle number 3 with
All right.
my bow, since I've used 2 actions with that movement. I cannot devise a stratagem. I must only
Just
attack.
take your shot. Yep, that's it. Now, this gargoyle is just off the ground. It seems to be trying to lift up the Shawanti that it currently has in its clutches.
Eee,
That is a miss.
'tis.
You are locked and loaded with hero points in nat 20s. Just saying.
All right, I'll use a hero point.
Yeah, we love to see it. All right, hero point coming out. Make the reroll.
Just trying to get him to drop that guy. Come on, don't fail me. There we go. That's a lot better.
Nice. All right.
Alright.
There we go. All right, a critical hit.
Critical.
Nice. All right, even though the stony hide does protect it from some of the damage, your hit still finds purchase, making a massive blow. And because it is a critical hit, are you willing to say that you trying to get it to drop is the critical effect you were chasing?
Yes, I want him to drop, what's his face, Nalmid.
All right. Yeah, that's not Nalmid. I'm just using that as generic.
Okay.
Yep. But yes. Nalmid.
Generic Shawanti number 1.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, yes, as you've shot him, the arrow strikes the gargoyle's hand. It roars as it reaches up and snatches the arrow, ripping it from its arm, and in doing so, dropping the Shawanti barbarian, who immediately lands on the ground and scrambles to try and get into cover. All right.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, we have Dante.
Can you share them up again, please? Because it's disappeared off my pins on the bottom.
Oh, no. Apparently not. Hold on, one sec. There we go. All right.
They
it
kind
is-
of removed the map on themselves.
All right, there we go.
This is really difficult on what choice to do. I have a lot of choices. The only thing I can see is Cindermore.
Mm-hmm. You do see Cindermore. No one in the camp no one in the camp is unable to see Cindermore.
Can I see past Cindermore, or are the tents still on fire in front of me?
The tent is still on fire, making it difficult. If you tell me what you would like to see, I can confirm.
Just past him to around this spot.
Okay, one moment. There is some real strong static coming from someone's mic. I think it might be yours, Dante.
Yeah, that's most likely mine.
Okay.
Is it good now?
Yeah, it's good now. Okay. Now, unfortunately, Cindermore itself is so big. The only thing you can see is the gargoyle that is attacking Krojan in amongst the smoke and the cinders. Everyone to the south of Quinn, so you can't see Quinn, but everyone to the south of Quinn, you can also see, so long as there aren't any tents blocking them. So you can see Padrig. I'll say you can see Alexander. And you see Alexander fighting something, but not quite what.
Okay, then I will move south. 20, 25. And then we will use instead of that one. Yeah, we'll do Tortoise in the Hair. Cast it on you.
Oh, this mantis fails his saving throw. Tortoise in the Hair allows you to, basically,
Solid one.
yeah, I believe
And
it
then
gives him slow.
Alexander will be quickened for 1 round.
All right, Alexander, you are quickened, and the red mantis is slowed.
Ooh.
All right, very nice. All right. Dante, you are done. Bringing us to Alexander. Now, Alexander, you have 4 actions in the round.
And I have to use one of them to attack, right? For the hasten.
Nope.
No, you can do whatever you want
use
with it.
to stride, strike, or
Mm.
dash.
Stride, strike, or dash. Okay. But it doesn't matter at what point I use that hasted action.
Nope.
No.
Oh, step, stride, or strike. And
Okay.
step is just the 5-foot movement.
Okay. Then I'm going. Then for first action. Ah, The red mantis assassins have attack of opportunities.
Your hasted action can be used to step, which counteracts
That's not my concern. My concern is more of trying to use any of my spells within his range, and I could step away, yes, but the spell I want to use not really requires me to be in close range with him, but actually, yeah. There's no real way to step anywhere without getting smacked from behind or to the front. Could I go step here without and still be able to see him?
Yes.
Okay, let me just double check. Okay, all right. You do that. Are the sabers metal?
Are the sabers like
Yeah,
the
the
sawtooth
sawtooth
sabers?
sabers.
Yes.
All right. Then I know the perfect spell. So first action to move, second and third action will be to cast heat metal because it's 2-action spell.
All right, very well.
All right. So target an item worn the creature. If you target an item worn or carried by a creature, it just straight up does damage. It doesn't.
If that was what it says, you only started reading it.
I'm trying to read it, but I can't. Like everything's blurry. For some reason. All right. The spell heats the targeted metal to become red hot for a moment. This is usually harmless to an unattended metal item, though the GM might roll that flammable materials connected to the object catch fire or melt. If you target an item worn or carried by a creature, or you target a creature which primarily made of metal, the heat deals 46 fire damage, and 2d4 persistent fire damage to the creature, which must attempt a reflex saving throw. If you target an item held by the creature can release the item to improve their degree of success by 1 step. Of the saving throw, the persistent damage is associated with the object and damages whichever creature is holding or wearing it. It has no effect if no one is holding the item, but you can continue to attempt flat checks to end the Okay, so it does have to make a reflex save.
There you go.
I would assume. Yeah, 5th edition.
There is an initial save.
Yeah, 5th edition heat metal is a lot more worse. I need to. It was a reflex. Yes. Okay. Come on. You let me drop it on him. There we go. Hey.
All right, he fails to save against your heat metal. You watch as the sawtooth sabers in his hand begin to glow and ignite. And he
Creature
takes
full damage,
16 damage.
and then the object deals full persistent damage. So when thing ends, he'll take 2d4.
You should be able to. You should have a condition that you can drop on him now.
I do not.
You
I just had to change the spell to add a reflex save because it didn't add anything other than the
okay.
damage, the base damage.
Weird. Okay.
So I will have to.
No,
yeah.
not a problem. Not a problem at all. All right.
Then I still have an action.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, I'll just use my focus spell, Force Bolt. At which you fire an arrow-shaped bolt of force, one of the most common and reliable forms of battle magic. It automatically hits and deals 1d4 plus 1 force damage to the target, but because it is heightened, it does 3d4 plus 3.
Very well.
So, bam.
All right, 11 points of damage as the bolt of energy flies out and collides with our dear, dear Mantis Assassin.
Yeah. And that's all my attacks.
All right, done and done. Okay, next up is Syndamore. Right now, closest target is Agnes, because it cannot see anyone else, as they are obscured by the fire, the smoke, and the tent. Ooh, and Holly, actually. Can I get both of you to roll me a d20, please?
I was about to say, doesn't it have tremor sense in that eyes?
Yeah, it does. But they're also the people who are closest.
I was gonna say, Dante, are you trying to get me killed?
All right,
That would
Holly.
put
Why,
4
hey,
people in the
rolls, that
firing
should have
line.
been.
What's that? Sorry.
That would put 4 people in the firing line.
All right. Holly. The giant worm moves over to you. Even though it doesn't really need to, but it will.
No.
Yeah. It opens its jaw. Actually, no, it's not going to open its jaw. It's just going to slam you. The body rises and falls. With a 40 to hit. That does 73 points of damage. As you hear this incredibly loud, collapsing bang. Holly, pick a number between 1 to 5.
1.
All right. With a 1, we have triple damage, and the target is knocked prone. As
Knocked
the
unconscious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's just the sheer mass of this creature at this point. All right, let's do one more lot of damage. That is 38. Do you wish to use a hero point to keep up?
Yes, I would.
All right. Thanks to our chat for the hero points that are saving my players' bacon. All right. Okay. So, as the creature lands squarely and heavily upon you, you watch as the weight presses down on you. He does not move from on top of you. Currently, you are pinned beneath the giant worm and the ground beneath you. If you remain here, pinned, without taking any damage, your body will simply be crushed. As we play our first plot twist card, Rock in a Hard Place.
Well,
all right. You have 3 rounds to escape your captivity, or be instantly slain. All right. That is the worm. Padrig, you're on deck. I mean, you're up, not on deck.
Right. Well, so Padrig last time and cast Flame Wisp, so he's still got 3 wisps of fire circling around his head. He is going to summon a bullet into his gun, do a fulminating shot, and shoot Red Mantis number 1. Find where this is. Hey, natural 20. It's a good way to start. Can't hear you, Dag.
Silence, wizards.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Yes, no, that will hit. I was very tempted to use a hero to use a jinx point, but I decided against it.
I appreciate that. You're gonna use it when I'm not shooting the mooks, right?
Yeah, basically.
Alrighty. So you watch as one of the wisps streaks out as he fires and joins with the bullet. That is 55 points of damage.
All right.
That's all I got. Another wisp.
That's
I
pretty
used,
good.
fire
He's still
fulminating shot.
alive.
Yeah.
All right, not too bad. Not too bad at all.
You also see one wisp pops back into existence in the 3 that
Hello?
are circling his head.
Nice. Hello?
Can you hear me now?
We could have heard you before, I think.
No, for some reason my headset started glitching out because I kept trying to say that I also want to use my reaction to cast Shadow Projectile with him.
Ah, okay. Very well. Shadow Projectile, what does that do?
The Mantis Assassin has to make a will save, and if he, oh goodness,
Are you okay? You sound like you've just run a marathon.
I, yeah, I'm fine. If he succeeds, he takes half damage and is flat-footed against Padrig's attack. If he fails, he takes full damage and is flat-footed. And then if he critically fails, he takes double damage.
All right. He succeeds.
Well, half damage is still better than no damage.
All right, but that
Oh,
is
hey.
that is enough to finish him off. However, as the first of the Red Mantis is struck by a shadowy attack, followed in the wake of Padrig's initial blast, and he goes down like a clown. All right.
See, we got one down. Doing great, guys.
All right, then we have Agnes's ex-boyfriend. Did we give him a name?
I do not have a noted anywhere, so no, we do not. I don't think.
I think we did now.
No? Okay.
I think the name's on OG, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess. OG, do you have a name? You can give him a name. Oh, it was Bob. I don't know if it was Bob, but you know. Seems like OG donated it, so OG, you do get to name the barbarian. His name is Barbarian. Last name Aryan.
No.
Christo. There you go. His name is Christo. Christo. All right. So, Christo is trying to keep the gargoyle that is attacking him and Trojan at bay. He currently did not notice Agnes. Well, I mean, he noticed Agnes, but he didn't notice Agnes in the fight. But as the Syndamore is starting to move away, Christo has trouble focusing on the gargoyle, and quickly runs over to Agnes, and offers a hand and says, "This way." Agnes, do you take your childhood friend's hand?
Hmm. Holly's smooshed underneath the worm, isn't she?
Yes. You must get
I
clear.
just looked at it.
Syndamore is dangerous.
Oh, I know. I've already cut my way out of him once, dearie. But I cannot go. I need to save my friend.
Your friend is dead. She can't
Oh, no.
Did you see? That is a several thousand upon thousand-pound beast that landed on a person the size of a Tic Tac. We do. She's not walking away from this.
Oh, have faith, dearie.
Make a diplomacy check. Oh, damn. Natural 20. Okay. As you say this, he looks to you and he says, "I remember those words. Those were the very same words you said before you left. And I've always regretted not having faith in you before. I've always felt guilty that maybe if I trusted you, I might have been able to change things. Maybe things would have been... All right, what do you want me to do?"
Right, well, I had a wee plan.
Basically, he will enhance your ability to conduct your plan. You just need to tell him what the plan is.
Well, what I was going to do was to try and make Syndamore forget that I existed, and then go and help my friend.
Your friend's still under him.
Right.
Have you been lifting weights?
Oh, but my mind has.
So you're gonna try and telekinetically lift it.
No, I'm not lifting the worm. My plan is I don't know, I'm going to try and, how I'm going to get Holly out just yet. But
Damn,
my
I was
immediate
hoping to
plan is to make the Cinnamore forget me. Which I can do with one of my amps if I apply an amp to a spell.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I want to disappear Agnes from Cindamore's senses. So then I can then
keep yourself safe
freely.
first. I get it. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So for the purposes of this, Christo is going to lend you his aid, so you are under the effect of the aid action, and he will help you however he can. We'll see. All right,
Sweet.
Holly. You feel the weight of the world burdening down on you. Every single leathery, segmented bit of the worm that now presses down upon you is searing hot to boot. Now, yes, I should technically be doing damage, but I'm not going to because I'm not that mean.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
How big is Gargantuan compared to Cindermore?
He is gargantuan.
Okay, cool. I am going to use my heroic action and turn into a Tyrannosaurus. And that Tyrannosaurus will be Gargantuan.
Ooh, I like it. Okay. So what is your heroic action?
The heroic action lets me either use an item or cast a spell I cannot normally cast. And I am casting dinosaur form into a Tyrannosaurus.
All right. So dinosaur form does give you a stat boost. So let me provide that for you real quick. because there's a couple of things I need to do here. So it's
To think the heroic action had a means out of this.
All right, so dinosaur form. So yes, using the heroic action, dinosaur form. Let's see.
Oh wait, no, I'm not gargantuan. I'm huge, but that should still get me out from under him.
Let me just check a couple things. What's the highest level spell you can cast?
5th level.
You can use this as a 5th level spell. That's still fine. But the interesting part is your attack modifier becomes 16. Okay. So, with a 16, that is what you're going to need in order to make a check to try and lift Cindermore off you. Because while you are a T-Rex, and that does make you bigger, which I'm going to do in a second, Cindermore is still atop you.
So I get a plus 16?
Plus 16 is your check. So D20 plus 16. And your target number is 46. Is
Okay.
it 46? That can't be right.
That doesn't seem right.
Oh, that's right. That's how heavy this thing is.
I literally can't outroll that.
You can get it on a natural 20. Which you
Okay.
do have.
Well, we're gonna roll it first. We're gonna roll it first.
Okay, okay.
We're gonna use our natural 20.
Well, you need to roll it first. You haven't rolled it yet.
Oh, it didn't roll? I thought it rolled.
No.
Sweet.
Never
You get another bite of the apple. Go.
We're gonna
Oh.
use our
No.
natural.
Okay, you're gonna use the natural 20? Very
Yep.
well. Let me
Oh,
just.
Wait,
it
wait, wait,
says inspiration.
I got an inspiration. Is that for me, Christina?
Ah,
that's
there it
me.
is. Inspiration. All right, go for another reroll.
Try again. Try it again. I'm gonna use my natural 20.
You got 5 more.
You good? All right, Holly.
Oh, where'd my hero point go?
I used it to keep you alive.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, never mind.
All right. So with that, Cindermore is lifted off your person as you watch as a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex rips itself free, lifting its head into the air.
Agnes just turns to Shadford and goes, "See, I told you, a wee bit of faith."
He is very surprised, and he said, "I should never have doubted you."
I am gonna use my last action to run away. And I get 30 feet, and now I'm huge.
Actually, no, because you would need 2 actions to transform, 1 action to push.
Oh, damn it. Okay, fine.
All right.
Almost had that chance.
I
Next
wanted
up-
to run away.
You did. Next up is Crojan, who unleashes his attacks on the gargoyle in front of him, swinging his great axe with reckless abandon. His first attack will hit, doing a pathetic amount of damage. Second attack. Ah, missing. Third attack. Ah, danced around the nat 20 there. All right, unfortunately, Crojan, as he swings his great axe, keeps hitting the strong blocking guard of the gargoyle he faces. Even while enraged, every hit and every thunderous blow is being defended. As we then go to Agnes.
Okay, so I mean, Agnes is, the dinosaur changes things. Funnily enough, the appearance of a dinosaur changed my plan.
Really? That does that? No way.
Yeah. Ooh, it's funny how that always happens, isn't it? Okay, so we've got still 2 gargoyles. That red mantis assassin down south who's he was pegging it, wasn't he? This dude down the bottom. Number
Sorry.
2.
We're gonna have to revisit our phrasing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right. Sorry. That in my language, that just means running.
Okay, cool.
Running away from where I'm from.
Cool.
Sorry, my
cool.
brain just realized
Just took me a
what else
minute.
it could mean.
Because in Australia we say legging it. We definitely don't say pegging it. That definitely has an entirely separate vibe.
It had, yes, it
Yeah.
also does, depending on the context, but in this instance, sorry, colloquialisms. Yeah, so this guy was running away
Dirty
down
old
here, so I
woman.
can't really see him, can I? He's like, he's run off somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so we've got Cindermore and a dinosaur. I don't want to disappear myself now because that just leaves Crystal as a target, although the dinosaur. Right, okay.
You could heal a dino.
Right, well, in that case, yeah, well, I mean, I have to. There's a Benny tent in the way.
This is true.
Unfortunately. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know can also kind of heal itself as well. Is this gargoyle in the air or on the ground? Gargoyle 1.
Gargoyle 1 on the ground. Just kind of hovering off the ground
Right.
slightly.
Yeah, okay. So Agnes will just turn a shout forward and goes, right, well, the dinosaur changes plan slightly.
It's Christo.
Christo, sorry. Oh, yes, it is. So it was shout forward.
It's all right. We've just been childhood friends and we were in a relationship and then, you broke my heart. He looks at you as you called him the wrong name and it is now his worst day ever. He is now shattered.
Oh, what?
He is now shattered and demoralized. He will take disadvantage on all his rolls for the rest of the encounter.
Under a lot of pressure, okay.
It's fine. He doesn't correct you. He just feels sad.
He feels sad. Yeah, so in that case, then Agnes is just going to try and attack the gargoyle that's Krogan's having no
luck with.
things about. Yeah, we'll deal with the worm thing.
All right.
Another thing. So yeah, she's just going to toss a phase bolt. No. Wow.
All right, a critical miss.
I'll use a hero point and reroll that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Thanks. I want a critical miss. That's better.
But my critical missed.
That's the way the dice roll sometimes.
Why do I let you guys do things? All right. All right, 33 points of damage. And
yeah, so
as this happens at the exact same time, Kristoff uses the same power, landing you the exact same natural 20. Roll a critical hit against him again, as there's a impending sense of deja vu.
How do I do the crit the second time round now?
Now, on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, there is a series of boxes.
Yeah, there is. You're right. Thanks for reminding me to spell that. Boom.
Let's see. McBluff used inspiration. Sorry, I did not see it. Who got your inspiration, by the way? All right, the gargoyle is shattered by you and Kristoff. Christo. Trojan looks at the two of you, nods, before looking for his next victim. All right. The red mantis looks around and sees the chaos that ensues. But this is perfect. This is just what he needs. He quickly moves. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
For a second, I thought it was gonna be perfect time to Get away.
50, 55, 60. Padrig! The red mantis is upon thee!
Hey, I've got that opportune distraction thing, right?
You do.
Can I use that right now when he shows up?
Yes, you may. As you do, a opportune distraction appears. He no longer sees you. As he's just like, He was right
whip
fucking
door
here!
flaps up into his face.
yeah, there's just no. Well, the opportune distraction is a sudden earthquake. He looks around expecting Cindermore to attack. Damn.
All that movement.
Fuck it. Okay, so that was 2 actions to do that. He is going to use his 3rd action to go and hide. He crawls into the tent.
Being perplexed is a free action.
Yeah. Alright, he hides in the tent. Mostly because he's now out and exposed and he didn't want to be anymore. Alright. The gargoyle. The gargoyle goes for one of the randoms. But as it does so, all of a sudden, an arrow flies out from one of the nearby tents. Then another. Then another. Let's see how we do with this. I'm just going to use Krojan's stats for the time being, just because I don't have them statted yet. Alright. The first attack is a critical. Second attack
This is gonna take a while for the pincushions.
is another hit. And there's an extra 2d6 damage on that, which is 6 extra damage. Alright. The gargoyle is pegged by a ton of different arrows in the back.
Pegging?
Yeah.
How many different ways can we use this word in one stream?
I'm trying to figure it out. Alright.
I was gonna say the back is, that's usually where it comes from.
I couldn't keep my composure.
All
I
right.
couldn't, but when I saw Holly's head snap towards the camera, that's when it got me.
See, this is how I felt the first time
Alright.
an American told me they were wearing a fanny pack.
That is pretty funny, actually.
Totally different meaning where I come from.
All right. Dante, I need you to make me a perception check. Oh, no, maybe a will save, sorry.
Will say.
Yep, a will save.
I want to use a hero point.
Sure, if you want to.
It rolled off a 20. That's the main reason why.
Very well. I will use a jinx point to counteract your hero point.
Wow.
Just because I can.
Max
Go
still has
ahead.
an inspiration that hasn't been used.
That's true.
That is true.
Where'd my jinx points go?
Go on, take it down, eh? Oh, whoever
There
it
they are.
is. Use it.
I
there
will
it is.
take it.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll again? I take the,
Sure. I mean,
inspiration.
sure. I don't mind. Use it or lose it. That's the call.
It was a little better.
Okay. That is not going to be enough. Okay. You will be slowed for 1 round. As you look across the field at where the arrows had come from. And what you see is... You see a kitsune woman with a bow and arrow, with what looks to be white fur, pink highlights, and she seems to like blow her hair against the smoke-laden wind, and continues to fire arrows into the battlefield. This is the first kitsune you have seen since arriving as a small boy in these lands.
Outside of the meat locker.
Yep. Is there more of a reaction? That doesn't have to be. Just asking for a friend.
I mean, we're kind of in the middle of a battle. It would be kind of.
It's
No,
like,
it's not.
it'd
You can
be-
still have a reaction. You don't need to sit there and
But
write a fucking sonnet, but you
how
can
you
react and you
do
can be
it.
like, you can be, you know, I have a moment where I
Everything's on
catch my breath,
fire.
or you know,
People
like
are
yeah.
dying and screaming. Damn, she's hot.
people are literally getting murdered by gargoyles, and Dante's just like, I'd hit that.
Well, that's what the will say. Well, I mean, let's
Take
have.
it.
Well, how about we give Dante a chance to have the reaction before we start mocking him, eh? I apologize to
really
them,
just have
Dante.
nothing. I have nothing really at this moment in time.
No. All right.
No.
Well, your will save was, of course, your heart skipping a beat as she steps out. She does notice you, but seems to barely bat an eyelid for the most part. But she has now entered the fray. Okay. That was her. Which brings us to the top of the round. Quinn, we're back up to you.
Oh yeah. By the way, if there's anything going on music-wise, we don't hear any of it.
You don't hear any of it?
No, we
Yeah.
haven't heard any since the start.
Oh, god dang it. Sorry, my bad.
I put it in the Zoom chat, but I don't think you actually ever read that.
Oh, no, I don't. I never read the Zoom chat. Dang it. You missed the, you missed my, my thing. You should go back and watch the reveal later on.
Odd, yeah. Well,
Okay.
I was gonna go for the red mantis, but he's run away somewhere.
He has
So
disappeared, leaving Cindermore and one of
Take
the
right off.
gargoyles. The gargoyles. But keeping in mind, there are some more gargoyles on their way.
right, so I'm gonna on gargoyle number 3 devise a stratagem. That's action number 1. That'll
Mm-hmm.
be oops, bother. Just sort of hung in my hand there for a second. Did it show up?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Well then,
No, it did not.
1 second then. There we go. That seems reasonable. I'm gonna go ahead and take a shot at him then with that. Does a 26 hit?
A 26 will hit.
Excellent. Then I'm going to hit him with a strategic strike.
All right. 21 points of damage as you strategically hit him just in the shoulder flank by his by the wing.
And I am keeping an eye on Cindermaw and realize that a dinosaur has somehow entered the fray. I'm going to move over here and say this is the weirdest day ever. And that is my turn.
Okay. As you make your way there, can I get you to make me a perception check, please?
Of course.
Oh no.
Probably stepping into Cindermaw babies or something.
Cinder
no,
ball
this was-
babies.
It's a nest.
Best day ever.
Little clut.
We found little cinder
Nine.
maw babies.
All right. As you go by this tent over here, you see that around the back, there seems to be a slice in the tent. You peer in for a moment and see in this tent is where a lot of the very young children happen to be. And in a fleeting moment, you notice a pair of gargoyles who seem to have picked up said children and are making a break for it.
At the back.
Out the back, yes.
All right.
As these two gargoyles are the result of the plot twist. Lost. You've lost some children. Go find them. And that is, of course, the gargoyles to the south there. All right. Anything else?
I have nothing else to give. No more action. Otherwise, I'd be shooting them.
All right. All right. So that's it.
Yeah.
I think you're talking, but I can't hear you.
No, that's it. I don't have any other actions left.
Okay, cool. Sweet. Dante, you're up.
Jeez. So many things to do. You said I was slow, didn't you?
Yes, by one. Captivated by this kitsune that appeared out of nowhere.
Which means I'm going to have 2 actions.
Dante?
I'm thinking because there's not a lot to do as
Great.
2 action.
Well, there's still one gargoyle active. Unless Quinn makes the round to declare that the children have been stolen by a couple of other gargoyles.
Well, if I could do it as a free action, I certainly would have alerted everyone.
Oh, 100%.
The
Yeah, absolutely.
children. Okay, then I'm gonna scream the children and point at the fleeing gargoyles with the children.
Brilliant. Love it.
Well, in that case, hmm. See, there's something I want to do to at least try and save one of them, but at the same time, it might not work as I even planned to. Never mind, that wouldn't work at all because it does require it to be adjacent.
If you take too much longer, I am simply going to delay you.
Screw it. I'm just gonna use loose times arrow.
Mm-hmm.
There's that, and then we need. Oh yeah, enter. No, I don't want to enter drawing mode. I want to enter pointers, and it is 30 feet. the only one that is going to be affected is Holly, Patrick, Alexander, and myself. We all until the end of my next turn have step or stride as an extra action.
Nice. All right. You have step or stride as an extra action you can take in the round. As Dante
And I'm
casts
going-
a positive wind throughout the area. Sorry, was that it?
No, I'm going to use my extra action now to stride,
I am.
which as far as I can get.
Nice. Alexander.
Am I safe to assume that Alexander knows that the T-Rex is Holly? Like logic being there
What
was
logic?
A tiny...
Okay.
What do you mean, what logic? She was trapped under it, and now a T-Rex appears out of nowhere. It could only be Holly. There's no other explanation.
Syndamore appeared out of nowhere.
Syndamore appeared from the ground.
So did the T-Rex.
The T-Rex can appear from the ground. It doesn't burrow.
Do you know that? Are you a paleontologist?
I wish. Man, that's such a cool job.
Make a nature check. Not that I'm trying to complicate matters, but
Well,
you've
no,
never seen
because
Holly
there's
utilize any form of shape-shifting power in the past. To your recollection and to your knowledge, fairies
This
do
is
not
true.
transform into dinosaurs either.
All right. Luckily, that's a decent. That is.
Yeah, you got no clue. There's now a T-Rex. Treat it as
Well,
if
that's
you
Well-
had just seen a T-Rex appear. Maybe you missed it. Maybe you blinked and he ran out of the woods. Who knows? But now there's a T-Rex.
Well, that's a wasted action. Then I'll use the free stride to go.
Yeah, you technically have
follow-
access to technically 2 free strides.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm still hasted, aren't I?
No.
Actually, no.
No, it's only
wait,
lasts
you
for one
only
round.
have the one. Yeah, it only lasts because they.
Yeah. So I only have one stride then.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll do the stride to follow Dante.
All right.
So that means I have 2. What can I do to the gargoyles that won't hurt the kids?
Do you have a spell that's more than 30 feet range?
I have a lot of spells that are more than 30 feet range, but the problem is they're almost all AoE. And I'm not gonna fireball some children.
I mean, that's a good plan not to.
I will use the last 2 actions to force barrage Gargoyle 5.
Okay. Force barrage. Make your attack.
Force barrage is basically magic missile, so it automatically hits, and it will do. It is the 2 action version, so it'll do 2 d4 plus. Yeah. So I fire 1 additional shard. So there.
Okay. Done and done. That is unfortunate.
Yeah. It's a first level spell.
It's
They're
fine.
not very good.
Okay. The Syndamore. Holly, you are still the closest. No, actually, no. Agnes is also equally close. All right. Roll off. D20s. Let's see them.
Didn't Agnes make herself invisible? to
Oh, you
Cinderball?
did. Agnes did make themselves invisible. You are correct.
No, I didn't. I didn't do that.
Oh, no, you didn't. Yeah, Patrick.
They They were
I was
planning
going to,
to.
but then the dinosaur appeared, and I was just like, you know what, that changes things.
Alright,
I
roll
love
off.
how Agnes literally just had a free way to get away with it.
Yeah.
And she's just
Agnes
like,
is very
no,
honest.
no, I didn't.
All right.
So's Laura.
All right. Agnes is going to take this hit.
Nice. it.
This one is going to be a stinger.
Mm.
Oh.
A
that hurts.
critical hit. Ooh. All right. Jinx point.
Hmm?
I'm going to use a jinx point.
Do what?
As you are about to get hit, all of a sudden, Christo leaps in front of you,
No, why? God damn you, man.
and the stinger goes into his body. He takes 78 points of damage.
Ooh.
He holds on
Maybe
as
forgot to
tight.
put it on top of him.
He holds on and takes it, and takes another hit. Oh, sorry. I should ignore that one.
It rolled a critical again.
No. I forgot to add the multi-attack bonus. Penalty. But yes, another critical hit.
With a plus
Oh my
36, it can. Yeah, it's like, come on.
All right.
Yeah, it's always.
He holds
good,
on to the
yeah.
stinger as the second sting goes through. For another 87 points of damage.
Well,
He clings on. A third attack on Agnes.
oh my god.
What have you done to these dice?
A natural critical.
That's a natural critical. All right, Agnes, this one is going to go through you. By this stage,
There's
by
no
this,
way. you
Christo
survive.
has lost consciousness. But that is 95 damage.
Can we say that Christo have the damage?
No, Christo's taken 2 of these bad boys.
It's fine.
Um,
Well, I mean, it's not
there's-
fine. Agnes goes down, but it's fine.
Do you want to use a hero
I
point
mean,
to stay
we
up,
could-
or do you want to join Christo in a kebab?
2 seconds. I just want to read a note here.
All right,
Yeah,
cool.
it's,
Also, you can pick while we're waiting for it. Can you pick 3 numbers between 1 to 5?
Oh no.
1, 3, 5.
1, 3, 5. All right, here we go. So Christoph takes. He's suffocating as he got struck in the lungs. He was struck so hard he became disoriented before he fell unconscious. And you have been chipped in the bone, making you clumsy. Oops, ignore that.
I mean, I'm dead. I'm pretty clumsy.
That's fair.
Quick question. Do
Yeah.
I have to see Agnes to use that healing card?
Technically, no, it is a free action, so I mean.
All right, I will gladly use that healing card to heal Agnes.
All right. However, it is an action, so it will not. It'll still.
Oh, hero point to use it now.
No. It'll work.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it'll work. That's fine. What I'm saying is, she will heal, but she will still have the dying condition from having gone down.
Right.
All right. So dying 1. Roll 2d6 plus. 2d8 plus 16 for your healing, Alexander. As Agnes, you're about to go down, but then you feel this aura of positive vitality running and surging through your body.
That is 24 for Agnes.
All right, you have healed 24 hit points. And that is the worm's turn. Patrick, you're up next.
I see what you did there.
But you, Agnes, you also see you see Christoph lying on the ground, unconscious.
She's kind of just looking at him sadly, and you just hear, well, probably nobody will hear her, really, unless you're standing right next to her, but she's just like, why didn't he just have faith?
He did. He has faith in you. That's why he gave up what he had so you could stay in the fight. Because he believed in you. It's always been you he's believed in. All right. Little sacrifice there. Patrick, what are you doing?
All right. Well, I saw this assassin go into this yurt in here,
You did.
and I've got an extra move,
You do.
so
Oh,
I'm gonna
no.
go in there and shoot him.
You go in and you see the assassin. As you do so, Patrick, I need you to make me a will save. Something is wrong here.
All right, will save.
Sorry, forge save. Forge save. My apologies.
Will save. Natural 20.
Reroll that. Jinx point.
Damn it.
Get out of here. I got a cool thing. Dang it. Still
32.
good. All right. Fine. All right. Patrick, as you enter the tent, there's this red smog that seems to be in here. It is very thick. And you suddenly do not find yourself in the yurt that you had entered. Looking confused, trying to figure out exactly where you had ended up, you actually find yourself in an all too familiar but a unpleasant place nonetheless. You find yourself here in what appears to be perfect. All right. You find yourself in a classroom at the old academy of the arcane arts. As you emerge from the tent, emerge into the tent. As you do so, laying on the ground, shot, is one of the other nobles, the son to a very prominent rival family, and in your hand is a smoking gun. This scene plays out all too closely, all too familiar to you as you look around.
So, Patrick looks at the gun in his hand, looks to the person on the ground. What's going on? And starts to panic, but in the back of his mind too, I don't know. I mean, would he know that this is a dream, or is he just experiencing this?
He's experiencing this. You might think it's an
Okay.
illusion, like he's not disoriented in any kind of way because you made your saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
But the terror doesn't start here. It starts when the doors open and the headmaster walks in and sees you, accompanied by your father.
This is not what it looks like.
A twinge of
You have to
fear
trust me.
begins rising through you. You know how this conversation plays out. You look to your father, hoping that the man who raised you would have your back. But we're going to play Phobia. And hold on. Okay, 1 second. All right. We have patrophobia, a phobia of one's parent as a cause of great anxiety, pain, or depression. One can have patrophobia when they feel worried or in constant fear of their parents' anger or frustration or reaction. So, as he looks at you, you can tell immediately that he thinks that you have done this and looks at you with eyes that still haunt you to this day.
Patrick would just drop the gun beside him and just say, I did not do this. I came in, I saw this on the ground, I picked it up before I realized what was even going on, what had happened. I did not shoot him.
The headmaster steps forward. I'm sure accidents are bound to happen. But do not worry. All is going to be well, Patrick. As he looks at you, his eyes sink into his skull. They become these blackened pits. After all, there is no way that we would allow such a prestigious student to have something as paltry and insignificant as this hinder their academic acumen. Isn't that right? And you watch as almost like this giant, like needle-like stinger, like a scorpion sting, arise from the back of the principal and stab your father in the back. He doesn't seem to react to it painfully, but you watch as then it starts to draw coin from your father's back and pour it into this long insectoid appendage and funnel it. You watch as your father begins to get skinnier. You begin to watch as his clothes become more worn and bedraggled.
So Patrick is just seeing this, and this is terrifying, but this is also not normal, and he would reach for the gun again, pick it up off the ground.
You do that.
Point.
You do that. However, there's something that happens just before you do, because this is where your save comes in as well.
Okay.
As this happens, a sawtooth blade reaches your neck. And as it's about to be dragged across it, you reach for your gun and you get your shot off first. Now, you can shoot the phantasm or the creature behind you with the blade.
Well, feeling a blade at my throat, I think I'm going to shoot the person who's trying to
I will-
actively kill me.
I will give you a hint on this one. not everything is as it seems in here.
Okay.
This is a scene directly utilizing the ability to manipulate your senses.
All right.
If there's an inside bonus, I might give you a hint, but otherwise, who do you shoot?
So
Or where do you shoot?
here's the thing I'm gonna ask about this. So I have a class feature called Vigilant Senses. That says through your adventures you've developed keen awareness and attention to detail. Basically, it just makes me a master in perception functionally.
Yep.
But for flavor and RP wise, would that be something that kind of comes into play here? Would this be something where my attention to detail is picking up on what I should do and what might be the real threat here?
It is definitely the assassin, 100%. With the inside bonus, an assassin trying to commit a murder like shooting behind you would obviously be the wrong answer. However, shooting the principal might seem like the obvious clue. But the assassin would want to take the role or be in the place of the person least likely for you to want to shoot.
All right. So Patrick will take his gun and have it, as he's summoning a bullet, the barrel's going to point over to the principal. And as he calls for fire to infuse it, he's going to shift over to his father and shoot at him with a fulminating shot.
All right. You don't need to roll on this. As you take the shot, you hear a cry come out as blood pools from the center of your father's chest. The image begins to fade away, and you are back in the yurt, the assassin with a hole blown through him. Roll your damage onto him. This can be a critical hit.
Okay, so that's right shift or left shift. Oh no, it's a button now, right?
Bottom left.
Yep. Crit damage. One of the fire wisps will also go out after him. 62 points of damage.
Oof. All right. He hangs on, but barely, as he holds his wound. You see blood pouring out of his mask. All right.
All right. And that's a crit, so he also has to save against a DC 27 fort save or be stunned 1.
He will be stunned. And give me a number between 1 to 5.
I'm going to go with 2.
All right. 1, 2. Done and done. Let's see. Target is sickened 3. I'm going to say you shot him in the stomach. Okay.
Oh, Patrick will just end that with, oh, gut shot. Those take a while to kill you, but they'll definitely kill you.
That is very true. All right. He tries to speak,
All right,
but just blood burbles out. He doesn't say anything in response to that. All right, well done. Holly, you're up next.
Oh, wait. I forgot. I got one more thing, too, because there's...
Oh, yeah, the stride
crit
thing.
On the... Well, no, the stride was to get in there, but the impactful rune does something on a crit as well. I just need to remember what that is. I think he's got to make a save against being pushed back 5 feet, but just double check.
DC 27 fort save.
Yeah. So it needs to make another 27 fort save or be pushed 5 feet back.
He does make the save.
Okay. All right, that's it.
Okay, done
Now,
and done.
Holly.
Now, Holly.
Okay, how do I measure out my distance? Because, like, I'm huge and I don't know how to count squares now.
How far is your move speed?
30 feet.
Sorry, no, I was asking. What do you mean? Like your size is 15 by 15?
Yeah. I want to move 30 feet 3 times towards the gargoyles, Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Okay, so you can step over the ranch easy enough. You can or if you want to make a direct pass, you can trample the other tents.
And Dante and Alexander with them.
All right, you can get in front of them if you'd like, but that would
Yes.
be all of your actions though.
Oh, not all of them.
They have
let's-
one left.
Otherwise, that's as far as you can get.
That's fine. I'm within 15 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a 15-foot reach for my attacks.
All right, rad. There we go. Done and done.
Okay.
The T-Rex tramples a couple of the houses.
Hopefully no one.
Reach with those tiny little T-Rex arms.
That's cute.
I'm using my jaws. I'm biting them, not smacking them. Okay.
Holly gets to eat something.
Yay! I'm the one eating something this time.
Not something you want to eat, though.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
Right.
Now she's just gonna eat rocks.
Snack size is now the snacker.
All right. So, I get an 18 attack modifier. So do I just drop a D20 on the gargoyle with a 18? Is that right?
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
The two gargoyles do have children with them.
But I can bite without biting the children, right?
Oh, you can. Sorry, your T-Rex can bite the gargoyles without biting the children in their arms.
Yes.
I would say. I would say that would require a amount of precision.
I will use a hero point to make sure that I bite their heads off. I'm biting at their heads, so I
Done.
don't hurt the children.
I will accept this.
Okay.
Well, one of them at least.
Yeah, I'm only biting the one for
Yep.
now.
Yep.
Why is it not doing it? I'm dropping it on the gargoyle.
Because you can't
Because
drop
it's-
regular D20s.
Oh yeah, you can't
on
roll.
them.
Yeah, that'll have
Yeah.
to be in the chat box.
Oh, okay. Which one is Gargoyle 5? Is he healthy or wounded?
The wounded one.
Thank you.
They're both still pretty healthy.
Does the 29 hit?
Yes, indeed.
Yay.
All right, your giant tyrannosaur head, you tilt to the side, open your jaw, and chomp down, trying to tear off this one's head. It's a
Okay.
regular hit, so roll your damage. All right, 19 points of damage. Gets reduced by 5 to 14. One of the gargoyles, which is number 5, is still up, but did not like getting eaten.
I'm sure he didn't. It's not a fun experience, and I enjoy inflicting it upon him. Okay, that's my turn.
All right, done and done. After which we go to Crojan, who is going to move 5, 10, 20, 25. Actually, you know what? He's just going to dramatically jump over the fire pit. And he is going to use his mighty great axe and try to finish off that gargoyle over there. Oh, he will absolutely do that. The gargoyle is renders some temporary hit points, including Agnes's ex, who begins to come to.
Cristo, yay!
Damn it. Can't just poke him and finish him off.
All right. Just, huh.
No, I don't really.
Where did the other gargoyle go?
Good question. Where did the other gargoyle go? Huh, weird. I think
you
think I-
deleted it by accident.
yeah, I think I accidentally deleted it. Oh no, hang on.
Not in your
Oh.
tummy, is it?
That is my turn. Right.
That's fine. There he is. All right.
Agnes.
Part of the noise Agnes is making is just like she's just
Agnes.
there's a giant worm, there's a person on the floor, and there's children being taken.
There are so many
This
different
is-
things.
This is a very large dilemma inside Agnes's head at the moment. It uses a free action to be momentarily confused. What would Agnes do?
Well, there are practically 3 people going after the kids with the gargoyles.
There's also not much you can do against a giant worm either, in all fairness. So, and once sustained for up to 180 rolls for the target 20 feet intentionally. Okay. And is Cindermore still like, seems like its attention is focused like on us still? Like, is it still is hovering above us? Tag.
Cindermore is currently. I'd say you're within his reach. I wouldn't say he's necessarily hovering over you.
But does it seem like he's focused on us since we were his last target? Like he hasn't shifted. Nothing has
He's
drawn
so far
his attentions.
Yeah, so far he's attacking the closest targets, which is still you guys at present.
Yeah. Okay, well, Agnes is right. She looks down at Coach Crystal, then she stares at the children, stares the T-Rex, and Crojan, and obviously Quinn as well. She can see Quinn moving in, and then she looks up at Cindermore, and she is going to pull a card from her. She carries a little deck of cards in like tucked into her belt, like she's got pockets in her dress, like pinafore thing. She pulls out a pack of cards, pulls a card from it, and whispers a few words and flicks a card in the air, and it just disappears in a sparkle as she casts Warp Step from a cantrip deck that she's got.
Nice.
Which allows me to increase my movement speed by 5 foot and then stride twice. So she's going to cast that, and then she's going to stride 60 foot in that direction, screaming and hollering and stomping as loud as she can.
Ooh, okay. You definitely see Cindermore's attention is drawn in your direction.
But so he doesn't need crystal or children or friends. Yes, so
Yeah,
that's
no,
what
you...
Agnes does.
All right. Very well. The red mantis looks to you, Patrick. Doesn't quite know what to do. He draws his blades. All right. And is going to use his sawtooth sabers to try and slash at you. He is going to start with a feign maneuver. What is your fortitude save?
Plus 16.
Plus 16? That's not ideal, but let's try it. Nice, 17. So that is going to be, roll is 6, so 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Yep, okay, so that is going to be able to make it. You are off guard. Meaning that if he attacks you, he will potentially get sneak attacks. First attack is a hit, which does 30 damage, plus an extra 7 from the sneak attack. With his second attack, yeah, he misses. All right. As he does so, he goes for that second swing, but you manage to duck out of the way. The sawtooth blade cuts through more of the tent, but does not manage to hurt you. The gargoyles look at the T-Rex. Yep, there's a T-Rex. They turn their attention elsewhere and begin to fly. They fly up 30 foot. With the children in tow, you hear them crying out, "Help! Help! We're being oppressed."
So are they 30 feet in the air now instead of just like hovering 2 feet or whatever?
I just took a drink.
Correct. All right. And then the archer. The archer steps next to Quinn. What do we do? They've taken the children. If we do not stop them, then they'll be sold into slavery. The greed of people in this region knows no bound. We cannot allow them to take the young ones.
We must direct everyone's attention to bringing them down as gently as possible.
As gently as possible.
Do you have any spellcasters that could cast Featherfall on children if we were to kill the gargoyles?
No, but I think I may be able to do something. I'm going to go ahead. You and your friends focus on killing those gargoyles. Shoot them down. I'll take care of the children.
Okay.
All right. Quinn, you're up next.
All right. I'll cross to here. I'm going to devise a stratagem on gargoyle number 5. Crossbow, let's see. That's 29. I think that's pretty solid. I'll go ahead and take the shot.
Didn't roll in the chat.
It didn't
No.
bother. All right, it's 30. I think
it
that
rolled
will
better.
hit. So I'll take the shot.
Will that be a crit though?
I don't know.
30 will not crit, but it will come close though.
All right, I am going to use strategic strike.
Mm-hmm.
To
All
do
right.
23. Well, whatever it ends up actually doing.
18 points
gargoyle.
of damage. All right, that gargoyle is not looking great.
Fudge.
You have a second shot if you want to take it.
All right, I will take a second shot. No one to do this for me. It doesn't want to roll on that stupid gargoyle at all. I'm going to just roll it in chat if you don't mind. It's a 20. I don't think that will hit.
No, it will not. But you do have a hero point. 2 hero points out of that 20, to be honest.
I'll use the hero point.
Okay, that's what I like to see.
Arr. 22. Does that hit?
22 will just hit.
Sweet.
As your arrow flies through, let's see what we can do with the damage. 2 points of damage, but that is just enough to bring it in the realm of do or die. So, do you want to take the do or die coin, deal damage to it and kill it, but potentially at a risk to yourself?
Yes, I will deal damage and kill it and take the risk to myself.
All right. All right, Quinn. As you
Sir.
fire the crossbow, it strikes the gargoyle. As it veers uncontrolled, it starts to plummet to the ground. The child is dropped and starts to yell. But that is when you see the kitsune suddenly grab what looks to be a handful of nuts and berries and throws them down in front or beneath where the creature is. And as it does so, it makes this lattice of sticky, entangling vines and the like. And as they rise upwards, they create a soft cushion-like surface. And as this happens, you watch as the child boom, boom, begins to bounce on the springy, verdant pillow stuff that seems to have been there.
Splendid.
But as this happens, from behind you, Quinn,
Yes. Of course.
a red mantis appears from the child's yurt. As he does so, he takes a firm hold of your shoulder, spins you around so that you face him. And as he does, simply places something in your hand.
And so I look, what's in my hand?
What is in your hand is a magic arrow. This magic arrow has an exploding spell store on it, meaning you can place spells upon this arrow, fire it, and have it return to your person However, it may be only fired once per round and takes 2 actions to activate the spell caught within. The arrow currently is charged with a fireball. Now, that's not necessarily for the gargoyle, but on the horizon to the south, Quinn, as you look, he points, the mantis assassin that's looking at you, seems to point in that direction, where you see the gargoyles that were encroaching on the village now coming ever closer. You also see what looks to be, sorry, not to the south, to the north. You also see them being led by what looks to be a fey-like creature heading in that direction. This mantis does not say anything to you, but you do not feel like you're in danger.
Okay. So, I mean, I did move a bit though, devised a stratagem. I don't know. Do I have anything left? Can I take a shot at the fey creature?
You can if you like.
I would like to, and I would like to use my shiny golden 20 to do it.
Okay, Jesus. As the Fae leading the army of gargoyles heads in your direction, Quinn, you take aim. You do not question the red mantis that was near you. But just as he had appeared, he also quickly disappears from your view. This is a very long shot, but with your natural 20, this will not crit, but it will hit your target. As your arrow flies across the field, past Trojan, over the top of the yurts, past Agnes, the fairy is struck, and then a few moments later, you hear the cacophonic and as the army is engulfed in flames, that is where we'll return. As the arrow returns back to Quinn's hand, best freaking day ever.
Oh yes, I need to get more of these. Spectacular.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone, for indulging me the extra half an hour so that I could get that 10th one in. Sorry, that 8th fucking plot twist in. Fuck.
Yeah, the 10 includes the 2 from last session.
Yeah, that's true as well. May as well have been a 10th one. But look at that. That is, yeah, that was tough. That was a challenge. Got there in the end though. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We are, like I said, we have run a little bit late, so we're gonna zoom through. But thank you so much that you could make the time to come and be here and have fun with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed all the extra donations, extra bobs and bits. I cannot wait for Dante to meet so far yet unnamed Kitsune Ranger, which should be a lot of fun because a ranger and a druid. Oh, so nice. So yeah, we're gonna go see all that. As for now, however, guys, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a number of times during the week, doing fun, wacky, and exciting things. We are back on Wednesday for Careful Cantrip over on their channel, as well as Reign of Winter, so be sure to tune in there. If you haven't followed the channel, hey, give us a follow. For no other reason than I'm freaking cool. That's all, you know. We are now going to go and raid. Who are we going to go and raid? We're going to raid the Tales That Never Was, which is very strange because it's very close to the Tales That Never Were. But they are by our friends ADHD Adventures. So we're going to go and check out these dudes. It features one of my good friends, Circle DM, aka Sphinx. Always a big fan of our dear friend, as well as that one blonde nerd. So yes, we're going to go and raid them. Guys, once again, thank you for being here. Stay safe. stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, guys!
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.